Steve here for Who Took My Dice, and welcome to another Arks of Omen update. We're going to dive right into it. We got a bunch of cool stuff today from Games Workshop about Arks of Omen. Primarily, they gave us a cool mustering, a couple of pages worth of mustering rules for boarding patrols, and gave us sort of the force organization that you're allowed to take for Arks of Omen. So that right off the bat, it's actually, like I've said before, it's very small. It's a 500-point game. You're fighting in the close confines. You can only take certain types. It's 0 to 1 captain, or captain HQ, 0 to 3 troops, and 0 to 3 elites. So you kind of still have some freedom there. You don't have to have any HQs. You could fill it all with whatever you want, as long as it's one of those. Now, that isn't set in stone, because a lot of the mustering rules allow you to take a very limited selection of other choices. And I'm going to include the link to the article and all that down below, because there's just so many for different armies. But I'll take Space Marines example. It's what I've read most of. You can have a one Lord of War for Space Marines, along as a Primarch unit. So I could take Element if I wanted to. That's eating up a ton of points though. I can have an Assault Squad, as long as it doesn't come equipped with jump packs. I could have either a Hellblaster or Eradicator squad, but only if the Hellblaster squad has a starting strength of 5. So again, it's keeping you very limited. They don't want you walking around with a full Hellblaster squad of 10 Primaris Marines and blasting the heck out of everything. I can have a company veteran squad, as long as it's 5 models. Again, and this is like this for a lot of different armies in there. And it means that I've had to redo the army that I've set up for it again, so I'll show you that in a second. It's so much information, so much cool stuff. There's a whole ton of stuff in there for a whole bunch of different armies, limits, and all the cool new stuff you can do. But the really cool thing about this whole info dump is that they 100% confirmed Adeptus Arbites are coming. I mean, it was hinted at with a one of those, silhouetted model images they had on one of their videos, but they're in there under Agents of Imperium, which is another cool one. And there's the Exaction Squad and a Proctor Exactor, which is, I'm assuming, one of their squads, probably one. It looks like they have some sort of riot shields of some sort, or siege shields. Very, very cool. So that is something that's definitely on the way. They showed some cool stuff you can do with it, including some of the Agents of the Imperium stuff, like the new boarding team they have there can actually go into other armies. One of the examples they had was a Space Marine force made up of a Primaris Chaplain, Terminators, Assault Intercessors, and this Navy breaching team. Simply because Terminators take up a lot of points, and it's you only got 500, so you can take a smaller, less expensive squad to sort of fill out this gap. But we're gonna get to the army in a second. It's funny, this will be the third build I've done with it, and the first one actually fit better than the one I had with the Devastator squad, because I can't take Devastator squads, they're out. One of the things I've noticed by reading through this is they want to keep it mobile. They want you moving. They don't want you to get bogged down in these long-range firefights down hallways. They want your units small and moving, and a lot of them you can break them up into these boarding combat squad type things. Some of them you don't have to. They don't want you to. Again, it's all over the place. Again, there's just so much. I don't have time to read through it right now. I wish I did. I've read through it. Like I said, I'll add the link. But let's go take a look at my new force. So here it is, a minor change. The Devastator squad is gone, as I can't take them. So again, as you can see here, to go with the chart they gave us, I have 1 HQ. Got my 2 troop choices there. I can up to max of 3. I've got my Tato Squad and my Assault Intercessors. I have an Elite in my Training War Veterans. And I've decided to take the Company Veterans. Alright, so there's a couple armed with bolt pistols and Astartes chainswords, 2 more with bolters. And I sort of have, I guess, the squad commander there. The veteran commander. He's got a Power Fist. It's hard to see, but there's a bolt pistol. The shield is a holdover from 4th edition. It doesn't really, it's just really for decoration. Now, as I do have points left over, not at 500 points yet with these guys, I'm actually tempted to do what like I did with the Tato squad, is maybe take 1 or both bolters out and put some special weapons in, maybe a plasma gun or melt gun or something to do some extra damage and add some tactical variation to the squad. But this is the squad. This is the 500 point, almost 500 point army now. Like I said, it's interesting. When I built that first one, I had another tactical squad, and a scout squad and a lieutenant, and that one actually fit better than the second army I did, which brought in the captain, got rid of a tactical squad, the scout squad, and brought the devastator squad. But unfortunately, you can't use devastators. Again, they want to keep this game mobile. They definitely want you to have troops moving all the time. They don't want you to bog it down in firefights down long hallways, which will end up, I think, honestly, just turning the game into a boring shoot fest and sort of a war of attrition to see who will lose models the fastest. Yeah, so I like it. I'm excited. I definitely will be getting the first book added in there. I definitely want to see the rest of these rules. Again, this is their 1.0 version of these setups. So obviously we'll see newer ones, and apparently every single book will be adding new tweaks, new things. So we'll see what happens. But I am very much. It's very compact. I like it. It feels like a Space Marine force this way. Compact and elite and punchy. There you have it, guys. So that's some of the information. Obviously, there's a lot to go into. I looked at Space Marines primarily because that's the army I play, but there's lots of stuff there. I've been toying around with an Agents of Imperium, patrol there, and I don't have enough yet to make a 500 point army yet. I'll get there eventually, but again, there's lots of cool stuff in there. I will include the link down below to the article. It's very, very fun. There's a lot there. I'm really looking forward to Arks of Omen. Now, I know there's been some people who have been worried that this is going to end up like other things like the Gathering Storm way back at the end of 7th, or the Psychic Awakening, where you get all these rules and all this cool stuff, and then it's almost instantly invalidated by the next edition. I don't think this is going to happen here. Again, we're not getting any army rules per se. We're going to have game rules. So I think this boarding action is something that'll carry over, because it's not going to be army specific, but games, so it's going to be just, here's the rules, how to play the slightly different version of 40k because it's in a different sort of battle zone, and here's a bunch of the cool stuff, but I don't think it's going to be invalidated like other ones. I remember when Rabute's rules came out, it was so cool for a little while, and then 8th came out and everything changed. So you only had a little while to play with it. Now, they did say there's not going to be any armies in there, which would be nice. I do know we're going to be getting characters. We're going to have to, what's his name? The Dark Angels chapter master. I can't remember his name, sorry. Azrael, there it is. And we know he's going to be getting rules in there, and all the other cool, crazy new chaos stuff. So there'll definitely be some maybe character rules in there, but I don't think we're going to see any army stuff. At least I hope not. They said they weren't. Let's hope they stick to that. Well, I'm going to end it there, guys. So thank you very much for sticking through this. If you haven't, please subscribe. Love having new people join the community and new people to talk to. And if you haven't, please like the video, share it with your friends, with your grandmother, whoever. And I'll see you next video, guys. Keep rolling those dice. We'll see you later.